Hi, Victor Pross speaking to you, anarchist artist. Just a few words about the TSA. Um, Maybe this is hardly enlightening to a lot of people, but for those who might find some gems of thought in what I have to say about the TSA, I'm happy for that. First thing I would say out of the gate is that the TSA is not for the actual protection of people against any potential terrorist attacks. That's not the purpose of it. Okay, all the claims to the contrary notwithstanding, your chances of being attacked and harmed by a terrorist is about as great as winning a state lottery. The odds are infinitesimally even smaller than winning the state lottery than to be attacked by a terrorist. So, but that raises the question then, why is it in place? Why is there's this thing called the TSA that degregates people and at the airports when traveling? Well, it's quite a few reasons, but I'll just touch on a few. One of it is to condition the citizens to resign to the fact of being monitored and bowing and being submissive before authority. It's kind of like a Pavlov's dog kind of scenario. It's meant to tenderize and condition you to accept their authority. And one of the litmus tests to see the effectiveness of that is that if they degrade you in such a way where it constitutes basic rape with the sexual assault and the fondling and whatnot, that if you'll put up with that, that sends that's the testing balloon to the ruling elite to let them know that, well, if we can degrade a person to that extent and they will bow before authority or just resign to the fact of it, then that's a great means of control over you. So that way they know that they got their hooks into your soul, into your mind. That if they can treat you in such a manner, and all in the name of protecting you, that if you actually believe that, even though you might bitch and about it, but if you resign and say, well, ultimately it's for my protection, and so I guess that's the good thing about it. It's a necessary evil, so that's why I'll submit to it. And that's another means of control. So the government controls you in all types of ways. Beyond direct physical force. There's you have the phenomenon of a citizen-on-citizen attack, as Stefan Molyneux has mentioned, where the state is the source of the state's power is beyond all the guns and ammunition. Is that as soon as you speak against the idea of the state, such as an anarchist would, like the first people down your throats is not government agents cascading down the side of your home and breaking in your home, although that has happened, and it'll probably get to the state where that will happen. But what you have in the meantime, though, is your fellow citizens cramming down your throat. I mean, how many of us know somebody who is a government employee or dependent upon the state or whatnot? Those are the first people who are going to attack you. Okay, so, and the whole thing there is to keep you submissive and to keep your tail between your legs. Shut up. Just shut your fucking mouth. Shut up. Okay, then you have the phenomena of a self-censorship because you don't want to be a disruptive force and rock the boat in your social circles. So it keeps you quiet. So, and the TSA is, there's a lot of people traveling all over need to travel throughout the world and travel within their own country for business or personal reasons and whatnot. So to set up the TSA by means of where people travel is a good way that to keep you in check and submissive and docile before authority by degrading you in the most humiliating way. But if you believe that it's necessary to protect you, that's a means of having greater control of you. So it's not just propaganda. This is also another tactic. That's exactly what it is. It's a tactic. So if you're, it gets to the point where that even if you're sitting beside a gray-haired grandma or a redhead, a freckled-faced redhead. I mean, who knows who the terrorist could be, right? You know, it's you know, the government is there to protect you against the red-headed terrorist and grandma, right? So so that's the whole thing, is that your minds are being tenderized by propaganda and by tactics, making you soft-headed, and it's all designed to make you authority compliance conditioned. There's no terrorists out there to really worry about to this extent, okay? And the terrorists, the 9/11 attack that we did experience, or the United States experienced, is the culmination of the government's meddling in policing the world and their foreign policy, culminated in 9/11. So the question always remains, who's going to protect you from your protectors? Victor Pross signing out, anarchist artist, pop culture.